OMECEO, MING, it's homecoming, y'all. What is good, everybody? Man, it's your boy Jay in the building. We is back again with another video. First of all, I want to say happy homecoming to Jackson State. You know, look, I came suited and booty. I came ready. Now, look, before we get into this game preview or my assessment of the game, man, did y'all see? I know y'all seen 60 Minutes. I know you seen it. If you ain't see your boy on there, look, shout out to 60 Minutes for giving me some airtime, man. I appreciate y'all. I was there. So, all right, so let's get on with it, man. Now, look, I'm going to be suited and booted, sitting at home, chilling, watching the game, sip some of this little bit of wine, you know, feeling real nice and cozy or whatever, right? And wearing this shirt, too. All right, so let's get on with this game, man. Now, I do want to get with the key players on both offense and defense for Campbell. So first off, I want to get into the key players on offense for Campbell. Now, first off, we got quarterback Malik Williams, running back Brian Barr, and tight end Julian Hill. Now I know like people are saying, oh, Campbell was 3-8 last year. They're no good. What people don't understand is that Malik Williams got hurt during the fourth game of the season, and he was actually he was predicted to win Big South Offensive Player of the Year. And mind you, there were 2-2 before he got hurt, or there were 1-2 and actually winning, or they ended up winning the game versus North Alabama. So there were 2-2. So after that, they went on like a 6-game losing streak to end the year last year. You know what I'm saying? Henceforth, why everybody looks at Campbell the way they do. Like, people think that they shot out of nowhere, but the starting quarterback got hurt. But this offense is explosive. At the same time, their offense is predicated on running the football. You know, they average 190 yards on the ground, starting with their running back, Brian Barr, who is second in the conference in rushing with 382 yards. You know, and their tight end is like an NFL prospect. You know what I'm saying? He leads the team in reception, and he's the top tight end in the conference. You know, in receiving yards. He was first team all conference last year, and this offense is explosive. They can get explosive, especially when you have the big offensive linemen like they do. You can run the football, and you can be pretty damn good at it. You know, especially what they did to Carolina Central. Like, they ran for over 300 yards. So this team would definitely run the football, including the quarterback. The quarterback would definitely run the ball. He'll run the football. He's very good at it. He can definitely throw on the run. This guy is definitely a beast. So the defense is definitely going to have to look for him for that, man. And let's shift our focus to the defense. Now, we have Brevin Allen and Josh Johnson as the two DNs, and we also have CJ Tillman at linebacker. Now, Brevin Allen won Big South Defensive Player of the Year last year, and Josh Johnson, the other DN, was second team all conference. And as far as CJ Tillman, he was actually one of the finalists for the Jerry Rice Award a year ago. You know, and of course, Shedeur Sanders won that award. But this defense can get after it. You know, they're not so much athletic up front, but they are big, and they can get to the passer. You know, CJ Tillman leads the team in tackles. He moves from sideline to sideline, and he is definitely a beast in the front seven. So I would assure you that Jackson State is going to have to be ready for what Campbell's defense is going to throw at him. Now, I do want to say this, and this is something that I kind of picked up on when I was on the HBCU Spaces yesterday, is that somebody pointed out that in the last two games, Shedeur Sanders had got sacked 7 times. And that's interesting because I honestly didn't even notice that. I didn't pick up on it. And now that I know that, that's kind of pretty alarming. And I know that Jackson State not only let their foot up off the gas in the second half last week, the offense didn't look good at all. Like, I think, Shedeur only had, 4 or 5 completions? I think he was like 4 for 11, or I don't know. But the offense didn't look good in the second half. Maybe they did let their foot off the gas. But they can't do that with Campbell. And in order for Jackson State to win this game, you have to point out their weaknesses. Now, I'm not going to say that the secondary is weak. I'm talking about Campbell. I am going to say that their front seven is their strong suit on the defense. Hopefully, Shedeur Sanders has enough time, because they do have some grown men in that front seven. They have some grown men in that front seven. So hopefully Shedeur Sanders could be held up long enough to look for his receivers. But I do want to say this, though. This is going to be the biggest crowd that Campbell has played in front of this year. I think when they played at East Carolina, they played in front of 45,000 people, maybe less than that. The game is sold out. So they're going to be seeing 50 plus in that stadium. There needs to be a student section somewhere. Y'all need, okay, so the stigma at HBCU games is that there's no student section, or that the crowd don't get rowdy enough for it to be effective for the away team. And for this game, y'all have the crowd, there needs to be some crowd participation. Y'all need to make Campbell feel like they are actually playing an away game. Y'all need to make them feel inferior to y'all, that, this is a terrible play. Y'all need to make Campbell feel like they don't want to be playing at Jackson State because the stadium is too loud. Y'all need to make Campbell feel like that. There needs to be an actual home field advantage. Jackson State needs to feel like they have home field advantage because of the crowd. The crowd has to play a factor in this game. And I believe it could. You know what I'm saying? Now, I know that, Mike Minter and Coach Prime has a real good relationship with each other. They have a lot of respect for each other. So I know that it's going to be nothing but respect. The total opposite of Alabama State. I do want to say this. I know what Campbell has been seen on film, and I'm talking about offensively. It ain't gonna be the same. This is gonna be Travis Hunter's first game back since game 1, and he wasn't 100% healthy then. This is gonna be Travis Hunter's first game 100% healthy. So Campbell is about to be looking at something that they haven't seen yet, that nobody's seen yet, and that's a healthy Travis Hunter. And you're talking about a guy the sheer image of Neon Deion. He is the spitting image of prime time Deion Sanders. So you're talking about a guy who's going to be able to have one half of the field when you have Nugget on the other side. So it could be difficult for Hodge to throw the ball if the corners are on their game. Now, granted, Campbell's offense is predicated on running the football, especially with those big grown men up front. So I think this game is going to be a lot more important in terms of the front seven than it is in the secondary. I do want to say this, and it's something that I saw on Twitter, and I don't know, what the issue was when it comes to, all HBCU, people got to be cheering for Jackson State. Look, me personally, I'm going to cheer for any HBCU team that's playing against a PWI. That's just me. Me personally, I'm going to do it. But I don't have no problem if no other HBCU team is not cheering for Jackson State. Because look, I'm pretty sure Southern is not cheering for Jackson State. I'm pretty sure Alcorn is not cheering for Jackson State. I'm pretty sure, look, you are always going to have haters. Jackson State have haters. You know what I'm saying? Or people that don't like what they're doing because they're so braggadocious. You know what I'm saying? And their fan base is so braggadocious. And I'm like, yo, do what you got to do to stop it. Do what you have to do to stop it. You can't be mad at Jackson State because they made themselves a household name and they're not afraid to tell y'all about it. You know what I'm saying? Like people are actually mad about that. Shoot, people in their own conference are mad about what Jackson State has turned into. This is a potential powerhouse here. And I'm talking about not just in the HBCU football world. We're talking about the number 6 team in the country. They are currently number 6 in the country. But I know that for a lot of people, they know how big this game is because Jackson State will be looked at a certain way. But remember, Jackson State is the favorite in this game. They're the favorite. And if they're not, then there's something wrong. How does the number 6 team in the country not be favored against an unranked team? An unranked FCS team at that, with 2 losses. And as a matter of fact, the wins that Campbell they have wins against a winless Robert Morris, a 1-win Citadel team, a 1-win Southern team, that Southern team out there, and then Central. Now, that Central game, I do admit that was a good win. But it's kind of crazy to hear that Jackson State hasn't played anybody. When, look, the games that Campbell won, you can say they ain't beat nobody. But last time I checked, FAMU is on a 5-game winning streak since they lost to Jackson State. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of people had Grambling, including me, giving Jackson State a hard time. Look, I thought Grambling was going to give Jackson State a hard time. They did score the most points out of everybody so far on Jackson State. So there were quite a few, and there was even a few people, or a lot of people, that had FAMU beating Jackson State after what they did against UNC. And Isaiah Lane came back that week. So I don't want to hear that Jackson State hasn't beaten anybody because they beat FAMU. And FAMU is a real good team. And I don't see how y'all can say any different. So Jackson State is number 6 team in the country. How can it not be good? You know what I'm saying? So I don't see this being a blowout. I don't. But I do see this as it being a real good game. I see it being a dogfight. I can see Shedeur Sanders struggling a little bit. I can see him getting sacked a good 2 and 3 times. I can see it. You got Breven Allen over there. Breven Allen is a dog over there. He's a dog. So, now, I ain't going to give a score yet. But I do want to say this. This game is going to be a really, really entertaining. It's not going to say much for me unless Jackson State gets blown out. If they beat Jackson State, or if Jackson State wins, or if Jackson State lose a close game, it ain't going to tell me a whole lot. It's not. Now, they're going to be memes on the internet for a while. They're going to be memes on the internet for a while. But, you know, I do think Jackson State got this. Look, I'm behind them 100%. Huh? I'm behind y'all, though. Y'all see me? Come on, man. Go Tigers.